I went to Goa several times and I faced this because I could not find any local vegetarian cuisine. Because I know in homes there is vegetarian cuisine, but I couldn't find it anywhere. It's full of South Indian food, and why should I eat it after I come to Goa? I get to eat it at home. I want to eat the local flavors. But what Michael Lobo is saying, is it such a great threat, Savia?
Well, Michael is partially right and partially wrong. Let me put it as bluntly as possible. There are definitely a lot of cuisines in Goa, breakfast cuisines, that can compete with the South Indian dishes that were mentioned by Michael Lobo in his comments. The point is this: the growing discontentment that the people of Goa are having is with the large number of non-Goan food businesses and non-Goan businesses in tourism that are outshining the Goa-based tourism, right? So let's say restaurants, for that matter, where you have a lot of Goan restaurants serving Goan food, but a lot of the Indian tourists that are coming into Goa right now are not necessarily wanting to be a part of the Goan cuisine, because most of them that are coming in from India are looking for vegetarian food, and some of them want South Indian food, some of them want Punjabi food, some of them want food from different areas. So they are going to be catered to based on the taste buds that they have. Like, let's say, for example, I remember when I went for a conference in Thailand about 5, 6 years ago with an Indian contingent. The Indian contingent was not looking at eating Thai food; they were looking at Indian food. So the business-oriented people in Goa that are within the tourism circuit are going to serve the people the kind of food that they want. Yes, we have to focus a lot on the traditional cuisines that exist in Goa. Yes, there is a lot of influx of the non-Goan cuisine that
Right.
has seen a sudden upsurge over the last 5 years, and and it is creating a discontentment. But you need to understand, and where I disagree with Michael, is that while the international
Right.
the Indian tourist has been going up.
Yeah.
Okay. So today, from a tourism perspective, let's say I'm running a restaurant which is catering to the tourist that is coming into India. I am going to create a palette or a menu that is going to cater to the tourist that is coming into India, right?
Right. You know,
So
Savio,
today,
you're absolutely right, and I'm sorry to interject, but the point is, when you go around, when I went around Goa, taking some of the friends who were traveling from abroad, and a lot of them are vegans, so I looked around. They said, "What Konkani food?" No. So they were giving us like Punjabi paneer, burji, and all that. I mean, why would
that
you,
is
for
that
God's
the
sake, do that? You know, for God's sake, I don't want to eat paneer burji because I'm lactose intolerant. I want to eat your
but
food. If you don't give
the
it to me, and I also heard a lot of other South Indian languages being spoken while they were serving us idli, dosa, vada, sambar. I
now,
said,
may I interject for a minute?
sure.
Now, I don't know where you visited, but it is my honest invitation to you as a friend and a colleague in the media business. Please come to Goa and give me a call, and I will take you to the authentic Goan restaurants that are diamond dozens across Goa. I don't know which side of Goa you were in. So there are a large amount of restaurants. You've got Cafe Tatos. You've got the various different cafes that serve exquisite Goan breakfast, exquisite Goan food.
Right.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
some people that come from outside tend to go to the most nearest available restaurant to them, or something that they are familiar.
Because there is a taxi mafia, Savio. Don't forget, you have to whip up 5,000 rupees to go from one place to another. That's another conversation. Do you think Michael Lobo is being very unfair when he's just picking up on idli, dosa, and sambar? If I want to eat idli, dosa, sambar, and I'm, let's say, traveling vegetarian from Gujarat, a lot of Gujaratis like that breakfast, or I'm a Marwadi, who does not eat any kind of meat, then it's my choice. Why am I being told what to eat? I mean, that's also some kind of, trying to press gang me, no?
No, okay. So I'll tell you what my menu is when I normally go out. So I go to one of these restaurants called Krishna, run by a Goan. I go to a Navtara, which is run by a Goan.
Okay.
A Navtara will serve you a wonderful idli sambar with the idli immersed inside the sambar, and it will serve you the pav suka bhaji as well, and patal bhaji as well, which is traditionally what you get in Goan cuisine. So I don't think there is really the idli sambar surge that Michael Lobo is talking about. Yes, a lot of us, even in Goa, prefer to eat an idli sambar. We like a medu vada, we like a masala dosa. That is not something that is uncommon here. So we will eat a shira, we will eat a patal bhaji, a mixed bhaji with pav and or podi, but we will also do an idli sambar, and that's the beauty of Goa. The
People's
beauty of Goa is
objection.
that.
Then what is
Sorry,
Mr. Lobo saying?
I have no idea because I've tried to call him up to ask him, what are you talking about idli sambar? Because let's face one thing, there are many Indian tourists coming, and idli sambar and dosa, as you say, is something that you would not only get in the south of India, you would even get it in the north of India. If
Right.
you're looking for parathas, you would get it in the south of India, you would even get it in the north of India.
True.
That's the beauty of Indian food, that it's available all
No,
over.
but it is
So
also like, if there is a domination of this kind of food, whether it's Punjabi or South Indian or any other food over
I
other
disagree
food,
with that.
the local cuisines die out, na Savio? That's very sad. It's part of our. Huh.
I actually disagree with that, Sudha.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Because Goan cuisine, now, many people confuse the Goan cuisine. The Goan cuisine is not only about fish and meat. That's the misnomer that normally gets carried to various tourist thinking that Goa is mainly about fish and meat. In fact, Goa has got a whole lot of delicacies within the vegetarian space itself, because we do have a lot of vegetarians. Yes, Goans do eat a lot of fish, and it is one of the unique, characteristics of Goa. But if you go to the hinterland, if you go to some of the restaurants in the hinterland, you do get exquisite vegetarian food as well, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So while Michael's
Popular.
apprehension
But,
about the fact
right.
that we are losing out to idli and dosa is right to a certain extent, I disagree that it is a mammoth problem. What is important is to understand the changing demographics of tourists into Goa.
Right.
The changing demographics of tourists into Goa is not so much of international tourists as it is Indian tourists. And to a tourism business operator, whether you are a foreign tourist or whether you're an Indian tourist, what matters is that you come in and bring the greenbacks where that you come in with. You invest money, you spend money.
Right.
Today, the Indian tourist is capable of spending money much more than the foreign tourist.
True.
So why are we enamored by defining tourism by the nature of foreign tourists?